Hi everyone, welcome to the webinar information session for the Breakthrough Bike Challenge, specifically for the Beam of Life team. And the Beam of Life team is sponsored by the Radiation Oncology Department. I'm Bill Barber. I'm one of the co-captains of the Beam of Life team for the Breakthrough Bike Challenge. And our other co-captains are Fern Neibauer-Cohen and Dr. Steve Tuttle. And I want to speak to you today about the Breakthrough Bike Challenge and try to motivate you to help us out and to raise money for a fantastic cause. The Breakthrough Bike Challenge is an independent not-for-profit organization, and they exist solely to raise money for cancer research at the Abramson Cancer Center. They've been around maybe 6 or 7 years, and they were formed by a group of grateful patients and friends and family, and they're specifically raising money to give to the Abramson Cancer Center. I think the Breakthrough Bike Challenge sets themselves apart from a lot of other typical cancer fundraising rides, and I'm not trying to disparage any of the other rides or their causes or their motivations, but I just sincerely believe this ride is different in a few key respects. Number one, 100% of your donation goes to cancer research. And at the Abramson Cancer Center, 100% of the money raised stays in our local community in the greater Philadelphia area. And if you participate as a full adult rider in this event, the fundraising commitment is quite modest. It's only $250. And lastly, you need not be an experienced cyclist to participate in this. This is not a race. It's a family-oriented event, and it's designed for us to go out and enjoy each other's company, have fun, and most importantly, raise some money to give to the Abramson Cancer Center. And I believe that there's very few other rides in the name of fighting cancer that can firmly stand behind these sorts of points. So I believe we're special. I believe we're quite different. Last year, the Bike Challenge raised over $300,000, and the money is earmarked at the Abramson Cancer Center for the Dr. Buz Cooper Scholarship Fund, and that provides funding for cancer research. And this is the board, the esteemed members of the Breakthrough Bike Challenge, presenting a check for $300,000 to the Abramson Cancer Center. And last year, within that $300,000 raised, our own team, sponsored by Radiation Oncology, our own Beam of Life team raised over $17,000 of that total. And in this photo, it's not the entire team, obviously, but a few people that have helped us out in the last few rides. So, and everybody's smiling. So we're not only making a mark within the cancer research community, but we're having some fun and maybe getting fit and staying in shape at the same time. Last year, there were 6 Cooper Scholars. The $300,000 was divided amongst, and you can go to the website, the Breakthrough Bike Challenge site, and if you go to research and bring up Cooper Scholars 2017, you can read these specifically. They're a little bit too small here, but this is very innovative research, and this is how the cures are found. They're found through ideas, maybe sometimes off the wall, or sometimes maybe a little bit seemingly a little bit different. But Nevertheless, there's not a lot, if any, money available for such research, and this is where the breakthroughs emerge. And I was told just last week, I was at the cancer center and was speaking with one of the doctors involved in research, and he mentioned that Dr. Carl June himself had a hard time getting some funding initially for his idea. And I just try to imagine how many other ideas are out there that if we can get some funding around and get a good start, get a good launch to the research, what could we do? And a number of us captains for the Breakthrough Bike Challenge were treated to a seminar by the physicians conducting their research, and so we got a good insight to the type of research they're doing, the areas of research, and even with our breakthrough with CAR-T in the last year and the FDA approval, we need to, I think, keep in mind what Dr. Bob Vonderheide said not long ago. We're not declaring victory, we're declaring hope. So it's a start, and we need to continue to fund as many of these startup projects as possible, because some of these ideas are going to bear fruit like we already have proven. The bike ride itself, it's been described as a cycling journey through Berks County. I've done this now twice. It is one of the most beautiful routes I've ever been on. There's different options. If you want to go somewhat easy, there's a 15-mile option. If you want to test yourself, there's a 50-mile option, and then there's a middle route that's 25 miles in between. But they're very doable. With a little bit of practice, you can bring almost any bike that you have. You don't need to have a very special bike. If you've not ridden in a while, there's ample time before the ride to get out a little bit. We're hoping as a team to do a couple of get-together rides where we can not only socialize a little bit, but get a little bit of fitness in as well. So it is a really, if you're wanting a nice bike ride, or if you're an experienced cyclist, this is really a can't miss ride. The fundraising commitment, we mentioned earlier that it's modest, and here's what it is. If you're an adult, you pay your registration fee, and the suggested fundraising is $250. Now, it's not exactly a commitment, as some rides make you commit that amount financially up front. So if you want to raise over that, you come in a little bit under that. I mean, no one's really going to fuss or get in trouble. I think you're free to raise as much as you want. For students, for kids, it's a $50 registration fee and only $100 of fundraising. And then we have something called a virtual rider. I have a number of people that over the last couple of years, they'll ask about the ride and they'll go, really, I don't ride, or for good reasons. They would like to help out, but I either can't make the date, or maybe I just can't ride, maybe some physical limitation. And there's certainly a way for everybody to help out. We have something called a virtual rider, and a virtual rider actually receives access to the fundraising assets that are provided to anybody that's raising money for the ride. And it's a way to build your little web page and to communicate with potential donors and follow up with them as needed. So there's a lot of benefit to just signing on and helping us out. And you're a virtual rider. We think of our full riders and our virtual riders as one and the same. It really doesn't matter. What we're here to do is work as a team and to advance our cause. We're also looking for volunteers. Volunteers have no real fee or fundraising requirement. Volunteers mostly work on the day of the event. It's a good way to be there and participate in the whole venue and the scene. there's various roles from registration to helping hand out the lunches to maybe helping guide people along the route as cyclists pass through, various route points and so forth, and help people know which turn to take and so forth. So there's really something for virtually any level of participation, and anything that you can do is more than appreciated. We're trying to grow this event. We're trying to get the word out. I think we have people now that are returning for their 4th and 5th, 6th year as volunteers, and they just won't miss it now. My challenge is, imagine what we can do if, whether as a team or as the entire Breakthrough Bike Challenge, if we can add just one more rider. What could we do if we could have one more virtual rider, one more volunteer, one more donor? If we could fund just one more Buz Cooper scholar, how have we advanced our research cause? And so keep that in mind. Also think that by helping come up with these cures and help with all this initial research, you're ultimately helping people somewhere on this planet that you will likely never meet. You'll likely never know them, but you've had a hand in changing the world. So that's my encouragement to you. If you're interested in helping us out, be that one more. Be that one more rider, one more virtual rider, one more volunteer, one more donor. Everybody is welcome on our Beam of Life team. We're sponsored by Radiation Oncology. We've got a great mix of patients, alumni, patient alumni, staff, physicians, clinicians, nurses, volunteers, their family members, and we're one team. We work and ride as one, and we raise our money as one. So it's a very, very tight-knit environment. We're looking to make our team as cohesive as possible, trying to come up with a few ways this year before the ride that we can get together a little bit, maybe practice, maybe do a little fundraiser here or there. So this is just a great team. This will be my 3rd year, and I'm just so excited. And team members get a nice, we call them a kit in the cycling parlance, but it's a jersey. And Fern Nybar-Cohen, our co-captain, is holding up what you receive as a rider to wear on the day of the ride, and to keep, and to wear wherever you go, to be an ambassador onward for our team. So it's a very nice gesture by the Radiation Oncology Department to provide these for us, and we thank them for it. So I've already challenged you to join us in whatever role fits, whatever can fit your time, your schedule, and to do that, breakthroughbikechallenge.org. Go to Protons. Our team nickname this year is Protons. So that will take you directly to a registration page, and you can be on our team. And we thank you if you're able to consider that and make that happen. We are so sincerely appreciative of your efforts to join us. I've been a lifelong cyclist. Anybody now that knows me and my story knows I've been riding since I was 5. For me, it's being a kid most of the time, being out there on 2 wheels. But I was treated for cancer at the Abramson Cancer Center, at specifically the Proton Therapy Center for my prostate cancer, and back in 2012. And I'm one of those grateful patients, and I'm one of these folks that I'll do whatever I can, as long as I can, to help research. Somebody at some point in time did the research to come up with proton therapy. I'm sure that it was just some off the wall, out of the box sort of idea at some point in time, and I'm so thankful that that treatment was developed and was approved and became a fairly routine procedure by the time I needed it. So So I parlayed my interest in my ability to ride bikes uh, to fighting cancer. My bike is my cancer fighting tool. I'm not a clinician. I don't understand nearly half of the terminology that the physicians use, but I know they're doing good work, and we know we can look amongst us. A lot of you listening right now are former patients and alumni, and you know that good work is happening, miracles are happening, and won't you join me in moving this forward? I really appreciate your time and your attention today, and I hope you found this information helpful. Uh, in any case, let me know. You can email me. Here's my University of Pennsylvania email address, my volunteer status email address, but any comments, suggestions, questions that you may have about this event, please do let me know, and we promise a very quick follow-up to your questions. Thank you so much for your time, and I look to see you out there in September out there in Berks County, and we know it'll be a beautiful day. No matter what the weather is, we'll make it a beautiful day just by our presence and by the work we're doing. Thank you very much.